Hi guys, Enda here from Trendspotting. Just a preface on this video that I recorded last week. I didn't publish it because a lot of the turmoil going on in the markets, and now I feel with the coronavirus out there and a lot of lockdown going on in countries around the world, might be time to start thinking about where you want to kind of go with your life and what you want to do, and see how vulnerable we all are to being sent home from work and relying on governments and things like that to look after us, and how fragile our system is. But the stock market will be the one that'll come through fastest, like it did in the last recession. So this video might seem like it has a kind of a negative tone of why you won't be a trader, but just stay to the end and really think about what I'm saying here, that if you take it seriously, you'll be able to achieve it. Okay, I won't give any more away, just listen up. Talk to you in the next one. Hi guys, Enda here from Trendspotter, and no trades on today, obviously. It's a Sunday evening. I just wanted to share some thoughts with you about some questions I had recently about the Trendspotter indicator. So a person contacted me on Tradingview and said, or asked me if they could mirror my trading and see what I was doing and how much should I invest to make this kind of money as I'm going along, as I'm trading. And it just really dawned on me. There's so many reasons why people won't make it as a trader, and that's what this little conversation is going to be about, is why you will never make it as a trader. I don't want to sound over negative or anything, but it's really quite true. Most of the people will never make it as a trader, and I'm going to go over multiple reasons why. Okay, let's start off with something simple, like you're not taking it seriously. Okay, you see the numbers on the screen, you see people saying I made $2,000, I made $100,000, I made $4,000. And then you look at your own crappy job and you say, oh, you know, I only make whatever it is, $500 a week, or I don't know, whatever country you're from, whatever the minimum wage is. And you say to yourself, I could do this, I could make my life better because I could do it online and I can do it over the internet. And all these gurus, you see these 21-year-old millionaire, fake millionaire gurus who are saying they're all making money and they're all millionaires and they've got all these lifestyles, and everybody wants an aspirational lifestyle. Everybody wants to look and be someone better than they are. But really it's you're the problem. These people are fake anyways, but that's their full-time job. Their full-time job is selling you something and being fake. You're the sucker that buys it. You're the sucker that buys into it. And worst of all, you're the sucker that believes it can happen, that you can actually do it. And then you waste your time, you know, trickling away, and eventually you just get disillusioned and move on. There's very, very, very few of you that actually have the dedication to do it. And I'll explain some reasons why I think this is true. Okay, so first of all, you're not taking it seriously. Trading is like a business, and business takes training, okay? So you wouldn't expect to open a coffee shop with $5,000 and be successful without prior knowledge about a cafe or the service industry. It takes time and dedication. So you think that, like, you're just going to turn from whatever job you're doing now and learn a brand new industry in 2 months or whatever it is, by following someone and mirroring them, and you're going to be up and running. You couldn't do it if you wanted to. Like, trading is a real business. And would you go out right now and start a brand new business with $5,000? How far would you get? In my estimation, not very far, because all the realities will sink in, okay? The second thing I want to tell you about is most secret strategies that they tell you about. You know, I'm going to give you one secret tip if you just, you know, stay on this video long enough for me to get ad revenue. The reality is, the secret strategies, most strategies actually work, okay? Well, not most strategies, an awful lot of strategies work. The problem is you're the problem. Because whether you're doing Fibonacci levels, whether you're doing Trendspotter, whether you're doing momentum, gap and go, all the strategies that are out there, all the different candle patterns and all the different chart patterns and candlestick types and all that kind of stuff, they all kind of work if you have a strategy that works in them. And there's thousands and thousands of strategies because lots of people make money in lots of different ways. But the problem is you're the problem, because you keep changing. You keep kind of finding out what suits you and what doesn't suit you. The biggest secret in trading is not the strategy, it's you. Or the secret is you need to find a strategy and stick to it for a start. Like the analogy of opening a coffee shop, you need a USP or a strategy that you really do well before branching out. And like I said, the problem is people keep jumping from strategy to strategy, listening to all the noise instead of doubling down and perfecting your strategy. And that's really, really important. A lot of people just see somebody doing something, they lose 2 or 3 trades in a row, and they change strategy because they're like, oh, I can't believe it. And they think of trades as individual trades and not as a series of trades. And that's something very important as well that I picked up from a guy called Mark Douglas from his series online. You should look it up. Basically, Mark Douglas said you need to take about 20 trades in a row and focus on your entry exit points no matter what. And so what he's trying to say here is that 20 trades in a row, and they have to be real trades with real money, by the way, even if it's 1 share, 2 share, 5 shares. Once you get your strategy, you need to take 20 in a row and absolutely, like a robot, stick to your entries and exits, even if you're not sure about it. The reason is that if your strategy is right and you're 60% accurate or 70% accurate, then you will win 7 out of 10 trades. That's how it works. Even when you don't think you will, you will. And you often see when you get into a trade, it happens to me a lot, it used to happen an awful lot, that I'll pull out because I'll be like, oh look, no, I won't do it, and the trade reverses. It happens to me, well, like I said, it used to happen an awful lot. It still happens at least once every week, twice a week. You only need to be 50% right with a P&L of 1.01 to be a successful trader. So technically, guys, if you think about it, you could lose every second trade and still be a profitable trader. You're not thinking like that because you're not a professional, so you don't understand how it works. That is the truth. That's the reality of it. Now, it's based on share size as well. You know, the more you position up or you average up your position and all that kind of stuff, you'll start trading more. But really, when it comes down to it, you can be wrong 50% of the time. You need to think in a series of trades, not trade by trade. This is the huge secret, okay? If you pick a strategy that's 50 or 60% accurate, then every 10 trades you take, you will win 5 or 6. That's it. Now you'll be a successful trader. That's the big secret in trading, okay? If you think of a trade on an individual trade basis, you'll quit because you'll see losses coming in and you'll just say to yourself, oh, I can't do this, there's too many losses. If you think of all your trades in a series of trades, like 10 trades or 20 trades at a time, I do it in 10 trades, 10 trade blocks, and I lose, in those trades, I would lose maybe about 2 out of 10, sometimes 3 out of 10, but I win about 7 to 8 out of 10. That's how it works for me. But sometimes you can lose the 2 or 3 up front. It's like the Monte Carlo effect, where you lose 3, all your losses are front loaded. And that can be kind of heartbreaking as well when you see that happening. But if you know your stats are right, you know you'll get there in the end, okay? It's like flipping a coin. If you do the lesson of taking 20 trades without making an entry or exit mistake, you will remove the fear and you're on your way anyways to becoming a successful trader, okay? So the thing about that kind of thing as well is I personally use indicators because they remove the fear out of examining the charts. So when you take a loss, your mind starts to play tricks on you. Indicators don't lie. They don't get tired and they don't panic. They just paint. So I've used SMA crossovers, I've used gap and go, MACD Psar strategy, and the one for me is the one I created, Trendspotter, is the one that catches the trends. And you can see for yourself in my videos, and you can see for yourself when you install it, that you look back over it and there's the trends, it catches them. But a lot of people will tell you that you don't use indicators because they're lagging, and lagging indicators don't work. It's absolute nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. Do you think professional traders are sitting there and they're not using indicators? Of course they are. They're using VWAPs, they're using whatever they want, whatever works for them. Trading is not about just reading price action and stuff like that. They're just different ways to trade, and everyone wants to tell you that their way is the best, so you buy it. But I'm telling you that really when it comes down to it, you can use all the indicators in the world, but if you're not able to trade, it doesn't matter. You're not going to trade. Even if I give you the 100% accuracy strategy, which doesn't exist, you'll still mess it up because you'll get out too early. It's not just a simple case of, you're in a trade, you win. All the psychology and all the fears play into it as well. So most of you, and here's kind of the flip side of it, most of you are just curious about trading it, but have no intention of putting your money where your mouth is, and that's fine. But if you do, here's the benefit. Okay, if you really want to kind of put your money where your mouth is and really take the leap, you can work from as little as 30 minutes a day. Now, coming from the restaurant business, I can tell you that you don't get to work 30 minutes a day and be anywhere in the world doing it. Now, I know this kind of traveling lifestyle and all that, most people can't travel because they've got kids, family commitment, all that kind of stuff. But your costs are minuscule compared to running a real business. And anyone, if you're a plumber, if you're a restaurateur, if you're an accountant, you know you've got all these costs, okay? And you've got rates for, you've got property taxes, you've got food costs, or whatever it is you are, supplies costs if you're a plumber, all those other things. You've got staff are one of your biggest costs, if not your biggest cost. Then after all of that, you pay your income tax or whatever your tax is in your country, plus your corporation tax or whatever, and then you're left with a bit at the end, okay? And don't forget then bad weather, good weather, all that kind of stuff. With trading, you have your software costs, which are minimal unless you're not making any money, okay? If you're making 20 grand, 30, 40 grand a year, let's say you're a small trader, software costs are minimal, next to minimal on that. After that, you pay tax to the government and your broker fees, and you can deduct your broker fees, by the way, against your taxes, and because it's a cost of sale, and you pay your tax, and that's the beauty of it. But so it is possible, okay? Don't like, you can. To me, the benefits are clear in being a trader, but I don't think an awful lot of people see they can see the wood from the trees on this. I think an awful lot of people just they see the dollar figures. YouTube just fills your head with nonsense, and then you go out there and you lose all your money, or you never even try. So if you were to take anything away from this, I'd say maybe just do something else. It's easier, because you won't be a trader. And don't be disheartened by it, okay? Take it on board and understand that you're probably not used to people telling you that you can't do something because you're not able, but it happens every day, okay? Some people don't go to college, or they can't go to college, or they can't get a job, or whatever. This is just another one of those things. Just because you see it on YouTube doesn't mean you can do it, but if you still want to give it a go, go ahead, knock yourself out. I'm just giving my 10 cents, okay? Talk to you in the next one.